Oh wait, I'm doing the intro right.
Stupid.
Salam satu Malaysia. Jika anda sedang mendengar, maka anda hadir di sesi podcast iaitu Two Idiots Selamba Je, where we embark on a journey to discover great gems within Malaysia.
Except that for today's episode, it's going to be a bit different than what we usually do. Instead of discovering gems within Malaysia, we are going to continue discovering ourselves, along with two of our bestest friends. We'll have them introduce themselves in a minute. Let's start with...
Introduce yourself, Farah.
Hello, they call me Farah or Amelia. Some people call me Amelia. I'm fine with either, both. Really.
I call her both.
But yeah, some people call me both. But I think now I prefer Amelia. So yes, I'm Amelia. And I would like to say I'm one of Ajik's best friend.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks though.
Yeah, she's my best friend. We've been together like for too long at this point. Too long.
I don't know how long.
Really long history. If you think me and Danish go way back, like me and Farah lagi belakang. Ke belakang.
From haters, bro. From
Dia
haters.
sampai masuk balik apa ni? Urimaan.
We could definitely talk about it more later. Nanti. But let Hazim introduce himself. I mean, Farah, you done with yourself?
I don't know. What else should I? Oh,
She's also...
right now.
What do you do now in life?
Yeah.
What do you do now in life?
I'm currently struggling as a writer, and also, I have a side business, which is Rootting Store.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
the
Rootting
thrift store.
Shout out.
They have dope stuff. I really want to buy
True.
stuff from there, but I'm broke all the time. So
Ajik buys our stuff. So.
I heard Ajik models for you guys too. Ajik said that.
Yeah.
I'm like the anonymous model.
True.
Yeah, if you see anyone with hilariously large breasts, but it's a man, so yeah, you can tell that that's Ajik.
True. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next up on the podium of the smart people.
Sabar bilik aku panas.
We'll ignore him.
Sambung.
Hazim.
Hi guys, I am Hazim. I have known Danish. No, actually we started off as haters also. He was quite the cunt in Form 1. So yeah, I'm his friend. I'm his invitee for today. I'm Hazim.
Yeah. So the moral of the story, guys, if you guys hate each other back then, now you guys are going to be best friends forever.
Yeah, dude, that's literally the story of my life, man.
Bak kata pepatah Melayu apa? Jangan gaduh, nanti jodoh.
Tapi this one lain sikit lah. Tapi legit, like, literally all of my close friends, I hated them before I actually, like, got to know them and I got to be friends with them. I mean, me and Haziq were, both actually apply. Me and Haziq were at each other's throats. Well, not really, but we just, like, silently hating each other. But me and Hazim were more directly hating each other to the point where he laughed when I got punched in the face.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
the same goes with me and Farah. She hated me a lot back then.
Yeah, true. Because I think at one point, like his best friend got like slapped by my best friend, and then it started from there. I think.
So you guys bonded over violence. Proud of
That's
that?
one thing, and then throughout the years also, masa kita Form 3, Form 4, and I mean we were close, but you didn't like me that much also.
He was like so cocky, man, so cocky, because he was buff.
You know that it's a good thing that he came to Harry Watt then, because like I feel like his cockiness just toned down a little bit, you know, coming into uni.
True.
At least after foundation, because he was still cocky as hell during foundation.
That's not because of university, man. That's just growing up, honestly.
No. I wasn't like you. Huh? Hazim, what do you do now?
I'm doing my introduction. Bro, I'm currently in my exam, but this is a study week. I have a 1 week gap before my 3 exams back to back. So as of now, sorry?
Kau belajar mana?
Belajar dekat Kuala Lumpur, bro, dekat UM, bro.
Buat apa?
I'm taking law as my degree. Yeah.
Hot stuff. Okay. This is the guy that that will be representing me for all of my lawsuits in the future. You know.
Oh God.
Hopefully I don't get into any, but so to speak, if I do, this is my main man right here.
Yeah, same.
My
as in
life
we're-
is
we're
in
best
his
friends.
hands.
Yeah, we're best friends now as well.
Yep. Consider it done,
Just to
bro.
be safe. Just to be safe in the future.
Everyone's just like trying to be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is about, you know? We're discovering ourselves with each other.
True.
Okay.
True.
So now that everybody's said their highs and hellos, moving on with the agenda. Father's Day was a few days ago. I think it was 2 days ago, Sunday. What day is today? Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's
Yeah.
Tuesday. I'm working. I should know this.
Same.
Aku ada reason because I can get lost track in time because I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Honestly, I lost track of time, man, from working too much, from overworking.
You and me,
So
man.
it's either underworking or overworking. It works both ways.
Yeah, for
True.
sure. You just have to work at a moderate rate, and then you'll know what day it is.
True.
Yeah.
You know.
I honestly don't know. Regardless, I never know what day it is. So
Just living through life.
just going with the flow. But yeah, like a few days ago it was Father's Day. Did any of you guys celebrate?
I just cook a good meal for my dad.
I just
Wow,
spent
that's
the day
sweet.
with my family.
That's
Bro,
great.
I didn't even know it was Father's Day till it was Father's Day. Plus, I'm not with my dad right now. He's in Seremban. I'm in KL. So like the most that I got was like in the WhatsApp group, you know, the family group. Like, oh, happy Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Oh, it's Father's Day. So yeah, maybe we can talk more about that.
How
Yeah,
about
I
you,
mean,
Dennis? How was your
I
Father's Day?
really didn't do anything. I wouldn't say I used to do, but I just assumed because my sisters did something for my dad, so I just piggybacked on it. But
to be honest, aku pun tak sedar sampai malam Ahad kot. Malam
my family is a bit hyper aware with these kind of things, but not to say like to the point where we actually go all out, tapi just like oh, you know, we have to get something. If it's for Mother's Day, we have to get something. So if it's for Father's Day, we have to get something. Yeah. Yeah. And this year my sisters made my dad a TikTok, so I was like, yeah, I contributed a picture.
Nice.
But you know, I contributed, right?
Bolded. Contributed is bolded.
I had effort in there. I put 1% in there, okay? But like, do you guys find it weird how much there's a contrast, like worldwide, to the reception of Father's Day instead of not to say like instead of, but compared to like Mother's Day or any other? Yeah, actually, there's only those two. Nobody celebrates Children's Day anymore.
Why do you find
Right?
it like tertangguh kat belakang or something?
Like I feel like, at least to me, from what I see, is just like, you know, people on Mother's Day, of course, it well deserved. Mother's Day always like is always a big thing. Like there's promotions and then there's ads and then, you know, you see it everywhere. In contrast to Father's Day, it's not as like highlighted, I would say. What do you guys think?
Yeah, honestly, I would like to agree with that because macam kita semua hampir lupa Father's Day, but usually on Mother's Day memang ramai orang dah beritahu awal cakap oh what you planning for Mother's Day and you know like you said ads and stuff, but they don't do that for Father's Day. And now aku baru sedar.
Right. Like yeah.
Aku baru sedar.
Farah?
Good one.
I think itulah. I mean, to an extent, it's true. But I think nowadays people are more conscious of it. So like more effort are put into it rather than like I would say a few years ago, where like you would have a hard time seeing it online or something.
Yeah.
Because now I get like notifications of like promotion notifications of like marketing of like, oh, happy Father's Day, here's a sale for you.
Yeah,
Stuff like
you
that.
see that you see that like you know Shopee obviously does that and stuff like anything that's like probably mainstream lah.
But it's more kebabum when it's other day, not the Father's Day.
Like, it's more intense.
Definitely.
Yeah. Has it?
Yeah, I do agree with the fact that Mother's Day is highly rated and Father's Day isn't. Because like, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with how the moms and dads accept this celebration, this kind of celebration, you know? Like, yeah, maybe like for moms, like people
they're more expressive.
Yeah, they're more expressive. Like they I'm not trying to put a dogma or anything, just like dads, they're different, right? From moms in a way. I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of people when their moms are the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think it also plays into the fact that like, you know how like usually society just you know, not to say that all of society is like this. I have to be very careful of my words these days. So, you know, but can't get canceled real quick, but
you might just get cancelled for saying hi, man, these days.
Exactly. Some stressful times we live in. But back to the point, is like, you know how it's always like men are always out of touch with their feelings, or like, you know, men always have a hard time showing their feelings. But that's the thing, like, you know, if I were a dad, would I be affected that not many people take it too seriously, and then my counterpart is like, you know, it's a more festive thing than my own day? Because, you know, at least from how I see it, is like, I wouldn't say, okay, in terms of being a good child, of course we all would say that, you know, it's equal between the two of them. But obviously it's in reality, there's certain different points. Like, it's equal, but both of them have their own strengths, yeah. Tapi macam, do you guys think despite Father's Day lah, do you guys think dads get enough recognition as they are?
Honestly, right, I feel like it was definitely more like highly overrated back then compared to now, because aku tak tahu dah, I feel like it's starting to die.
It was highly overrated then than now, and then now it's starting to die.
Yeah. I noticed that because aku rasa macam lagi ramai orang celebrate compared to sekarang.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just processed that in my mind, and now it makes sense.
That's what I mean. That's what I've been seeing, like the pattern over the years. Sebab masa aku kecil, lagi orang semangat nak celebrate
Father's Day. Maybe that's because when we were younger, we were in school, and then schools always push this. Make a card for your dad,
reminding us.
Yeah. But you know, at least for me, I wouldn't say I have the. I pray to God I don't know whether this is good for him to see this or not, because he generally just checks. I feel like,
you say it, man.
You know, there's points in my relationship with my dad that I would like to improve on. What are your experiences with your dad?
So experiences with my dad. Okay, let me just highlight the point that when I was in boarding school, my mom will always call me. I would always call my mom. We will always talk about random things, how my day is going, how's the work, whatever, blah, 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 yada, yada. So there's a lot of substance there. But when it comes to your dad, be honest, like, when do you really actually call your dad? You don't call your dad, you call your mom. Yeah. Right.
Okay. I mean, like,
the max you'll have is like a 10 minutes. 10 seconds.
That, yes. Okay. At least 5 minutes lah. Actually, yeah, probably about like 30 seconds. But itulah, I go through the same thing. Like, you can never. It's not that you can never, but it's really hard to hold up a conversation with your dad. That's why when I see people have like the experience of, you know, being super close with their dad, and like, you know, like, I'm just like, how do you get to that point? What do you do? What do you talk about? You know. But yeah,
I'll say what I talk about with my dad. I only ask him for money. That's all. Like, Assalamualaikum. Like, bank dah kurang. That's the only thing. Top like 2-3 minutes.
Your
that's
number
all.
one ATM.
Yeah. Number one ATM. That's the thing.
Farah?
Uh, I'm really open to say this, but I hope he doesn't see this. I have a pretty, you would say, my relationship with him, I would label this as, I don't know, like unknown. I pretty have I pretty much don't have any ties with him at this point. Um, so basically, I don't have much experience with my dad because my parents divorced at a pretty young age. So most of my days and my years is basically with my mom. My mom is basically the dad and the mom in the relationship. So like what happens is like when she becomes the role of both, I basically call her like how I would call like you would say a dad, where like it's just a 2-minute call, like a 5-minute call, just like to talk straight up things. And then we just end the call. You know? It's like pretty it's just macam at some point like that, but like at certain things she's more like to the mother side. Like how like she would like, because I was in boarding school as well. So at one point she would come every weekend to come see me and everything. So like that was like there, and like I also have that fatherly side of her. So basically she gets pretty much a lot of gifts for every year because you have Mother's Day, they have Father's Day, and have a birthday. So like
every few months she just keeps on getting gifts.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, oh, okay, thanks. But she doesn't even use it.
What do you usually get her? Seeing that like she always has to get gifts every few months.
It's okay. It's so hard because one, not only okay, she's a mom, but secondly, she's very rugged in a way. She doesn't use handbags. Everything is in her pocket. Like like you can fit everything in your pocket. She just essentially brings her wallet and her keys and her phone. So she has nothing to like carry, like additional things to carry, like how I would have things like like chargers and like extra cameras and all that, you know? Like so she just has a simple life. So it's really hard for me to find what she likes.
Cake always works.
But she only likes like certain types of cakes though. So like say hi. Every year I would ask my friends, I would sometimes ask Ajik, like, what should I get her? I really don't know at this point.
Aina's cheesecake.
Aina's cheesecake?
Yeah.
Are you plugging your friend's business? Shout out to Aina's cheesecake.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what's the name of a small business? I forgot also. Tenang Bakes. Shout out to Tenang Bakes. They make like good lotus Biscoff cheesecake.
Yeah.
Tenang cakes, huh? Tenang.
Shout out to Tenang Cakes. They make you tenang. I'm copywriting that. Aina?
No worries. No worries. No THC, no CBD. It's all good.
I see.
Okay.
These days, you have to put that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, shout out to all the single parents out there. Like, Farah, you turned out amazing, at least from what I see. So she did an amazing job being both.
Yeah, she did an amazing job, man. I don't know how like I would be in that situation, like, you know,
being a single parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know how to react to certain circumstances. Sampai the circumstances sampai.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's like one of the things that you always tend to hear from your parents. Like, you know, so you always have this opinion on how you want to, you know, if you were to have kids and you go through life in that pathway to have kids, and then you always like, okay, I want to raise them this way, this way, and you tell them, they're like, you know, you say that, but then you'll never know until the time comes when you actually have kids. Which is pretty scary.
I keep telling myself I want to be a cool parent. Like, I don't mind if my kids want tattoo and stuff, tapi tak tahu lah kalau dah sampai macam mana kan. Because
that's the
thing. I think it's really possible that I would do the opposite, man. Because it's a child, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're pretty
And
much like concerned lah.
yeah, I feel
and
like
as we grow older and we're getting closer to that age, yang macam kita dah start consider benda-benda tu, it gets even scarier and like macam, oh, what if I do have a child? I'm gonna love this child so much, man.
exactly, dude.
True.
But some people, like, I know that some people don't want to have a kid, but like in the future, I feel like having kids is gonna be such a confusing time, just because like with all the social politics going on. Personally, I feel like they'd be growing up in such a weird, not a weird environment. I can't say weird. It's not a weird environment. It's just a pretty confusing environment to grow up in. Thankfully, we grow up, like we're being exposed to all these new stuff gradually though. So when they come into the world, bam, semua benda is in their faces, you know. Damn, sidetracking pretty far.
The next generation is gonna be messed up.
Sad for them, man. Too bad.
Yeah. We're pretty much messed up too.
Yeah, we're already messed up.
But because we're more open to its thing and we're not so narrow-minded compared to people back then. So apa-apa yang kita punya kids lalui pun in the future generation, there's definitely a better solution and alternative that we can preach to them stuff, you know, compared to apa yang I'm not saying what our parents did was macam effective, tapi there's, you know, better solutions in the future because kita pernah lalui benda-benda yang dorang tak pernah lalui.
Is there anything, like at least for you guys, is there anything that in your mind you had always expected from your parents or your dad or your mom? Like something that they do differently? Or like just maybe not even differently, but just more so of like something that you would wish they had done and something that you do to your kids.
Bro, I don't want to sound edgy, but like I would go for, you know, like okay, just like because my mom is quite the open-minded person, also a religious one, like constant, you know, balance. She's also open to a lot of things, but she also keeps her roots. So I would, yeah, again, I don't want to sound edgy, but I think my mom is as, you know, I don't expect anything more because she's
your mom
as perfect. Yeah, she's as perfect as she is. But for my dad, I don't know, I feel like this is me saying it now, but in few 20 plus years time, maybe I will also be that kind of person. Like guys, dads are like usually very like, you know, like very straight and like very like mellow, very chill. The mom is always like, oh no, happening.
They're more straightforward lah.
Yeah, they're more straightforward and very mellow, you know. So like I would expect like guys in the future, dads would be a bit fun, you know. So like they can interact better with other people, their kids, whatnot. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Do you guys think one of those factors kenapa dorang slightly lurus and less expressive is because apa tu nama benda tu? Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
so in that way, there is some hope for the future because, you know, these days we're talking about it more.
Yeah, for sure.
Twitter.
Expressing emotions. Yeah.
That part of, you know, evolving society is absolutely amazing because toxic masculinity is you being scared of your feminine side, which because you're human, everybody has it, you know. It's a cool side. Like, why be scared? Accept it with open arms. Tapi, you know, thankfully for me, my dad is pretty open to trying out new stuff.
Exposed.
It's I feel like one of the things that we can do as kids is like educate our own parents. Not to educate lah, but just expose them.
Oh yeah, man.
So?
Apa lo?
Speak of the devil, my dad. Welcome back, everybody. As we were talking about my father came in. Talk about fate. God wants him to hear all this. Well, do you think your parents are doing, like, you know, when we were talking about fathers, kan, you know, personally, I feel like dads usually would do, they're trying their best, you know, to be the best that they can be, despite not having the perfect relationship with their kids. They're doing what they, you know, in their mind is what they can do, because maybe they didn't have that same exact thing that we have envisioned in our minds of our relationship with our dads. Maybe they didn't have that with their dads, you know. Maybe their dads
Macam Naruto. Macam Naruto juga nampak. Naruto kecil-kecil dia tak ada parents. Sebab tu Boruto rasa macam dia ada daddy issue. Macam Sarada agak.
For some reason, for some reason he made sense. I'm so surprised.
The only reason why Naruto is not the best dad is because he never had a father figure, even a mommy figure. Nah, he didn't have a daddy figure. Yeah, so dia macam sebab tu dia nak jaga Boruto pun he doesn't know what's the like correct path.
Betul.
But I read, but masalahnya this thing could definitely boleh bawa, can be adapted in real life also, because I read an article the other day. It's like sebenarnya in the end parents kita, semua parents di dunia, they don't know what they're doing. They just go with the flow in the end. What seems right is right.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I feel like is gonna be a bit confusing when it comes to our time, because when it came to their time, you know, the people that could be judging on who's parenting, like whether you're doing it right or not, is just the people around them, though, because they didn't have internet. You know, people don't usually put stuff on the internet either. But in these days, like you go on TikTok, you see someone like just raising their kid, whatever, and you see people commenting, you know, oh, that's not the right way, or you're doing this wrong. And just thinking about it, like
how to tuck the baby into a burrito.
And even like literally even innocent videos like that, you'd find some comment just like, no, wrong, do it my way.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as you think the internet is good for education, I think it's the worst place to, you know, educate yourself. So, kalau kau betul-betul tak nak any opinions, any comments, kau kena baca buku. Nak cari tip, kau baca research article je lah.
Oh, itu memang ayat-ayat baru keluar uni je.
So what are you gonna do? Go to Google Scholar?
Exactly.
Find
what's the best way to raise my child? Google gives you 1,000 search results.
Or do you want to research how to bathe the baby at Google Scholar?
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
I guess.
Then I think you have to look at the statistics stuff also, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like once you Google that, right, and then like you pop up on the images, you know how many messed up stuff there is about like torturing babies, but just disguised in a good way. Imagine someone like lurus bendol gila. It's like, oh, how to bathe a baby, and then like they get instructions on how to baptize a baby. Just dip the kid. Done.
Zoom.
Yeah, man, but definitely internet is not the best place to nak cari information benda tu.
It's a scary place, man.
I feel like some things are really you should rely on the older generation also.
Yeah, there's ways that we really need to keep from them. That's no doubt, you know.
Yeah.
But there's some other ways that, you know, needs progression lah. Yeah.
But I guess the newer generation are not gonna wing it as much as our parents did.
Yeah, for sure.
Itulah. But at the same time banyak consequences juga because you know banyak false information on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, dah ready nak baby kenapa kita cakap banyak sangat macam mana nak raise a child
Oh.
Are we manifesting something? Let's go away from this topic for a while.
I mean, we're crawling up to our old
our older side. Just I just want to add out something. My mom literally asked me a few days ago, Bang, can you have a baby next year?
Whoa.
She's like, I want to He's like, kahwin nak cepat. Ibu nak apa ni? Ibu nak anak ni. What's a grandchild in Malay? Cucu. Oh my god.
Cucu.
Cucu, yeah. So I've been putting some thought in this, slowly but surely.
That would really, dude, honestly, you would make your mom happy though. Dapat jadi grandma muda.
I mean, I feel like regardless, she's gonna become a grandma Moody. She's 43 now, right?
She's so young.
Yeah.
Itu.
Yeah.
She's so young.
She's really young.
Next year, grandma, your mom is a 44-year-old grandma,
Yeah. I mean, like my cousins have kids, and like they call my mom Tok Ibu. So I guess that's I find it pretty, like at first I found it pretty bizarre because my mom's like really young. But yeah. She actually wants me to be like her. She wants me to be a young grandpa as well. She's like, you don't get married by 23. If you don't get married by 23, I'm kicking you out of the house.
Oh
god. You better.
Yeah.
Well, you go for it if you want to. Go for it.
Wait, I just need the money, man. I just need the money. I have the perfect candidate.
Aku nak stay hidup bujang lama sikit.
Hey, I'm with you, bro.
27, 28. I guess that's the what's ideal age. Oh my god, I can't think of the word ideal.
Ideal age. Since this wasn't planned, but since we're here, like, what do you guys think? Do you guys okay? Hazim and Hazik, the H's, would rather get married later in life. Farah, would you get married?
I don't know. I think 27, like I just said, 27, 28. That time period is a safe like area, because it's not too early, it's not too late.
Like we're all in our.
Yeah.
If I look at it right, contohnya lah kalau aku dapat mana tahu apa terjadi, aku dapat baby next year apa kan.
Ui. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Hello, calm down.
I will feel very, very grateful because if you notice these days kita punya, especially our generation, tak ramai tu susah nak dapat anak. So kalau dah ada aku rasa tak apa lah.
Define susah nak dapat anak, Mat.
Ya aku macam ramai member yang tak dapat doh. After trying stuff. Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I have to keep in mind that Hazik's span of friend group literally spans all the way to like 35, 43. So I was just getting a grasp of who he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
But I also have friends my
I guess it's between the 10 years gap lah. Yang aku cakap tadi tu, within the 10 years gap.
Farah, you were saying?
But I also have friends like the same age as me who's now married and like even pregnant. So I'm like, aren't you too young? Now I'm like thinking like, aren't you too young? It's like, I know it's good. Like some people think like marrying earlier is like a great thing. It's a better thing because like some Islamic like religious people be like, yeah, halal, but then like yes. I also like on the other side I also think about like how like they're surviving because I know some of them are still students and like working part-time or whatever. How would they sustain their life, like it would be pretty hard.
That like if it was up to me too, I'd get married like today or like yesterday, man. Like if you were to be living in an ideal world and I have the money to sustain,
definitely.
If that's okay, I would green light straight away, man. Like book the venue, book everything. Tomorrow, settle.
Yeah, same.
Man, but Azim,
you haven't had your first threesome.
I don't think I would want that, my friend. Is this an invitation, Hazik?
Nah, man.
But Hazim, kan our senior by 1 year, I think. Did you notice? Sakina
Yeah.
got married
Yeah, Sakina.
like earlier this year. My whole thought process was like, I want to be her, I want to be him and her, but like, how are they actually living? You know, how are they supplying themselves?
Yeah,
Dude, they have a big, they have a quite a nice house already, and like it blows my mind how at such a young, like 23, 22 years of age, you can already afford all that, have a job, already married, you know. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, the insane part of it is like, okay, not to smash on them or anything, like props to them, you know, congratulations getting married. But have you seen the prices of houses these days? Like,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, have you seen the baby?
oh no, God no.
what?
Have you seen the baby?
Why are you pulling us back
I
to
don't
the
know.
baby thing?
Exactly.
No, you're running away from it.
Tapi itulah, like, how far have you guys gone into thinking about this whole marriage thing?
Sikit-sikit je, tak banyak langsung.
Not much.
Takut aku. Not so much.
Have you?
You know, maybe the reason why our dads are so mellow and so stressed out is because of these kinds of things. The things we're discussing. There's so many things to take into account. That's why they are how they are. You know, maybe, just maybe.
I guess so.
Diorang dah sabut sangat masa-masa muda, sekarang you know what, whatever man.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
I'm just gonna live life however it takes me, you know.
Yeah, man.
I'm done exploring. I'm done with all the stresses. Life.
Yeah,
man.
but I know you want to get married as soon as possible, Danish.
Yeah,
Knowing
because
you.
I mean, for me, this is a bit dangerous putting it out there, but I'm not ashamed of it. Nothing bad, okay? Just for anyone already assuming that. For me, it's just like I've done what I've wanted to do. I've messed around however much I've messed around. Hazik and Hazim know this. Yeah, but 20 years old, I've made quite the number of mistakes that are pretty irreversible. But, you know, at least in my head right now, it's just like, wherever I want to grow, I want to grow with my partner. Wherever I want to explore, I want to explore with her, you know. And, you know, with that mindset, especially, you know, being Muslim and, you know, being in an Asian family as well, it sort of eases the process because we want to study together in the future, getting married, stay in the house together, easier for us, you know. Yeah, but so that's basically my thought process, and quite frankly, I've thought pretty far, but I've started to stop myself from thinking too far. I'm telling you guys, so stressful just thinking of the money that's gonna go into like you're okay with just living though.
I think you definitely should be more mindful about it because you know you don't know yourself in a year or two.
Yeah.
Maybe tahu kau 20 tahun kau tiba macam, aku tak cukup rebellious lah. Lepas esok dah nak kahwin.
Yeah, probably should take that into consideration. Tapi tu dia, the mind goes where it wants, you know.
Deep hashtag.
Exactly.
Hashtag. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I feel like growing up, kita semua ada cara kita. We have our own style of showing how we love our parents, and obviously some of us have a very odd way of doing it, and I would say unorthodox. Tapi let me hear it from you guys. Like, how do your parents show you? How do you know? How do they show you that they love you, and how do you show them that you love them? Is it like obvious affection, obvious physical touch and stuff? Aku macam mana? Okay, aku nak manja kan sebab aku anak tunggal. I am very manja with my parents. But in a way, I have a very hard time, you know, like even though we're very close, aku ada masalah, aku macam susah sikit nak. I'm not the type of guy to buy my parents, my friends, girlfriends, apa benda-benda macam flowers, gifts. Because it's hard for me to show that way, you know. So aku ada cara aku sendiri lah. Macam kalau contohnya macam the other day, Father's Day, I didn't buy him any gift, but how I showed my appreciation is like I cook him a meal or something, or I'll just buy him a good meal that he loves or he enjoys. And walaupun macam kita orang tahu kita orang like we're very close and the love is strong. Tapi contohnya macam hari raya pun aku bukan jenis yang akan aku tak buat yang traditional salam-salam minta maaf semua tu. Aku tak pernah buat benda-benda tu. So sometimes because aku tak buat, masa kalau aku nampak family orang lain buat, aku rasa macam a bit kenapa lain lah, aku tak selalu nampak kan. So how about you guys?
I think I have a pretty similar story with Ajik. This is because like with my mom.
Siblings also.
Yeah, because yes, one, people call us twins because look at us. Every phase of our life, we have the same haircut for some fucking reason. So like my relationship with my mom, like macam Haji lah, macam kalau raya, I don't usually say like macam I'm very awkward in like macam saying the raya stuff, and like we don't like physically say macam like we don't like verbally express our feelings and our affections that much, but like macam I think it's more to like macam more to being caring towards each other, even though sometimes we fight or anything. My mom will always be like, dah makan ke? She would always ask me that. For some reason, she would always ask me, have you eaten? Like even when like we're fighting, she would ask me for food, like something about food. So I'm like, that's like one of the ways that I see her giving affection.
Maybe that's her way of saying I love you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. My household is all about food, man. Food is like but also macam for me, in terms for myself, I'm like the opposite of Ajik. I show more of it because I don't like verbally say things to her and I don't physically show much affection to her. I go like I spend like my money on her, macam like buy stuff for her that she needs or whatever. More towards that in a way, it's
That's
like
great.
give and take. Yeah.
I mean, everybody has their own ways of showing affection, you know, and no family or no one actually does it the same way.
Definitely.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Every now and then I feel like I have a bad way.
No, there's no bad way or good way, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You don't have to think like just because you don't physically show it doesn't mean it's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
It's the exact thing.
So the question is how we show affection to them, or is it how they show affection to us?
Up to you. However you want to answer it.
Well, for my mom, I think I speak also on behalf of Danish because I see him with his mom sharing the same type of relationship. I kind of hang out with my mom a lot. Like we're buddies sometimes. Sometimes she's the mom. Sometimes she's like a friend. And she always tries to bring me and my siblings out, you know, just like going to a beach or just watching movies. She loves watching movies at the cinema before PKP, you know. So, and like belanja makan, you know, there's like these subtle things where she just ajaks go out, you know, but like it's her showing her affection to us. And on behalf of my dad, how I show affection is I just don't piss him off, you know. I try to lay low and all that. Also, I just want to slit this in, like, let's face it, sometimes you have more than one dad, you know, like not like family, but like
Father
uncles who seems like that, you know. So yeah, I have this Pak Lang. He's really cool. We support the same sports team, Arsenal. My girlfriend's dad, I'm really close to him. He shares his, like you, Haziq, like music, guitars. He actually kind of bought me my girlfriend bought it, but like with his help lah. My first amplifier for my guitar. And to my granddad also, you know, he teaches me a lot of things like plumbing, house. In a way, these kinds of things, like they mold up and basically how they show their appreciation and we reciprocate the same things towards them. So shout out to all the dads in this world.
Shout out to all the dads. Shout out to all the father figures, whatever their gender may be. I guess for me, my family is a very both verbal and physical kind of family. My mom successfully influenced my dad into saying I love you to his kids. Not to say like he didn't do it before, but just like with his own family, he doesn't do it. But with my mom, she made him like she helped him to realize that it's an important thing, at least in their sense lah. So for my dad, the way that I know that he shows love is like he sits down when I'm watching my UFC fights, you know, he's like, who's fighting today? And like, you know, that just touches my heart sometimes because like he doesn't know these guys, you know, he doesn't know who's fighting. We just ask because, you know, he knows that I care about it. And like Hazim, I'm very buddy with my mom. She's at times my best friend, at times my counselor, at times my discipline teacher, you know. But I guess the way that she shows love is just she's always caring. And how I show love to them is, I don't know if this is gonna sound weird or not. I always kiss them.
He looks like he's gonna cry, man.
No. It's my eye. My eye hurts. No, I'm not gonna cry. But like no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm a big man. I'm a big person.
Real men cry.
Real men cry, man. But I'm not crying right now. I guess like I kiss their forehead a lot, like all the time. I go down and I kiss their forehead. I just sniff their like that, and then I just move on with my life. And you know, just sit down, talk to them. I guess that's how we show affection.
In that way, I can relate because I like to bite my mom also.
Oh, my mom likes to bite me.
Let's talk about how our dad inspired us the things they do and stuff, and how they make you become the
inspired. Well,
I mean, not just inspired lah. How about just like, you know, habits you picked up over the years? Benda-benda macam tu.
It doesn't need to be your dad lah. Let's just go with parents, you know.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so habits, huh? So you know how like, you know, I think one of the few habits that I caught from them is that you have to like stand your ground on certain things that you believe in. You know, you gotta have firm grip on what you want and gotta establish it. Because my dad, he is quite, he's hard-headed, but in a good way, because he stands for what he believes. You know, if people say otherwise, he say like, no, this is how I want it. So like, you know, no matter how many times people try to sway him away from his stance, he always stays firm on his ground, and I think that's a really good trick. Sorry?
No compromise
whatsoever. But he would take it into account. But like, that's one of the few things that's good, you know. Yeah.
That's great, man.
How about a bad habit? Since we're at it.
Bro, dude smokes so much. Like, he smokes so much. You know, my mom. Yeah, like, that's like the bad habits. But yeah, you know, balance it out. There's good habits, bad habits. We're all human, you know. So, yeah.
Betul. How about you, Farah?
Obviously, I didn't pick up anything from my dad except from Michael wavy hair, I think. Except for that, I guess. But I think my mom, I really think I caught her side of being adventurous, because when she was younger, she was like trying out all these things. She was like doing all these sports, you know. And then once I'm growing up, I was doing like similar things. So I was like, oh, so much of like, why is my life like as I grow up, I realize my life is like molding somewhat to become her too. So like along the way I picked up, literally a lot of people, when I go out with my mom, because she's just a bit taller than me. And I think I'm considered quite tall for a girl. So when we go out, so when I go out, right, people think that she's like, I'm her younger sister.
Oh, I feel
yeah. So like everyone is like, adik ke tu? Like, no. Like sometimes I go and even
your staff mak you, maksudnya dia nak bodek mak you tu.
No, and even sometimes like so my aunt lives with me. One of my aunt lives with me. So when we go out as a like 3 people, right? Everyone thinks my aunt is my grandma. And like,
oh my god.
yeah. Yeah. It just escalates to that. Like,
Oh my
that,
god.
You know?
Oh my.
Yeah. Like all my friends, like when I was in high school, like my mom would come with my aunt, and everyone was like, "Is that your grandma?" I was like, "No, you idiot! You all seen my grandma before." No,
Oh, that's so
it's so stressful.
You know, if I ever get the chance to meet your aunt, I will make it the best year of her life.
Hey,
I'll be
calm
saying,
down.
no, stop with your mind. Okay?
No,
Stop with your mind.
no.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna call her Farah's sister. That's it. Okay.
Oh.
You know, at least you haven't been confused. I mean, obviously you can't be confused. A nurse once confused me for my mom's boyfriend. That was one of the most awkward conversations I've had in my life.
How did that go?
Because I was admitted in the hospital, and my mom, she wanted to take care of me, so she stayed in the room for the night. And then I think one of the nurses came in, and my mom was in the toilet, and she's like, "Did your girlfriend go home?" My girlfriend? What? Excuse me? No.
How about you, Danish? Apa habit-habit yang kau dah pick up daripada parents kau over the years?
I think for me, it's probably a good habit. Probably me how talkative I am. I like just how much I talk. Because both my dad is a great spokesperson because he talks to a lot of people, and like I usually pick up with some of the things that he says over the phone because he talks to a lot of officials and everything. My mom is just memang always cheerful. Like when she's around her friends, when she's around her family, she's always cheerful. She's always talkative. So I definitely picked that up from them. The bad thing is also I get my temper from both of them as well. Hazim knows this. Hazim has experienced it firsthand.
First hand, bro. First hand.
But like, so when I get mad, like I'm a combination of both of them. So when my dad gets mad, he bites his lip. He goes like because he's grum. And when I get mad, I bite my lip. So I was like, and then like my mom, she starts shouting. That's what I take up from her as well. I start shouting, but like I don't get mad at people. I get mad at my siblings when I want to educate them, which is probably like yeah.
I saw that one before.
Yeah, Hazik said this before as well. Not a good one.
So sudden.
Yeah. It's not a good habit, but I'm working on it. What about you, Hazik?
Bad habit. Aku pun short tempered macam ayah aku sikit lah. Tapi ayah aku tak pernah release dia punya marah-marah tu tak kat kita orang. Tapi dia memang garang, dia suka marah orang you know, at public and stuff lah. Lepas tu aku pun these days I start these days I'm not too bad but back then masa dia testosterone semua tinggi. Very
testosterone tinggi.
No, it reminds me of that TikTok though.
Kalau kereta buat hal dengan aku sikit lah, aku keluar tingkap tunjuk middle finger semua.
Unnecessary anger.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot lah. I was but then again I was an asshole back then. But
when was this?
When was this?
You know me well, you know.
How soon was this?
Is it recent?
Huh? Recent? What did I do?
I don't know.
Farah, he hasn't been out of the house for 2 years.
No.
Oh, my bad. I haven't been out of the house.
I met a few of my friends who lived in the same neighborhood as him, and like I have to go past his house because the first house that like is after the third house, right?
Yeah.
And he never goes out. I'm always like, I'm thinking, he might go out, but he never goes out.
Yeah. He's pretty comfy in his room.
No,
His room is
even
pretty
though I
comfy.
asked, yeah, I'm literally at the road behind. I asked him to come down. He took so long to come down.
Oh, this is the opposite of what I've experienced with him just a few weeks ago, huh? Mr. Hazik?
What happened?
What happened to you?
How am I can't recall any of this story?
Not sure we should speak it on the record.
Okay.
Spicy.
We'll talk about it later. Also,
Talk about
good
it
habit.
later.
I don't know, man. Susah lah nak fikir good habit on the spot, but I will say my dad definitely, you know, I could say he is the reason why I'm making music these days also lah. Because masa aku kecil dia yang start introduce aku to, you know, good music and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say good music, I just music lah. Because we all have our own, you know, preference and stuff. Tapi yeah, dude, okay, when I was like a kid, he showed me a video of Metallica live dekat Russia. And ever since that day, I knew that, oh, this is something I could probably do, and this is something that I would really love. And throughout, lepas tu, as I'm growing up, dia introduce aku lah lagu-lagu baru. And I could say a good habit of mine now is, you know, I'm doing the same way to my dad. Aku introduce dia lagu-lagu baru juga. You know. And it's like,
That's
yeah,
good.
you should listen.
Yeah, that is.
I'll just tell my dad, like, you know what, this rock band fucking sucks now. You should listen to this King Gizzard.
Always King Gizzard, number one. Recommendation.
It's his Aussie in him, you know. It's the Aussie in him.
I think by now people who watch like Two Idiots would know that
He likes King Gizzard.
He adores them.
Yeah.
Adores them.
There we go. He's pulling out his records, by the way.
Like sing his King Gizzard stuff.
You know, Dan came by the other day and Dan wanted the King Gizzards and he's like, no way. This is my
obviously
my precious.
He wouldn't say no. He wouldn't say yes.
Yeah,
we gave some records.
I give God, people are gonna hate me for this, but I gave Dan my fucking Queen record.
Yeah.
Your what?
My Queen record.
Wow, true love.
Indeed.
True love.
I miss Dan. But how have you guys been throughout the MCO? You guys doing okay?
Surviving.
Yeah. I've been reading a lot, man, so I'm happy with myself.
This guy has been picking up tons of habits, really. What are you reading?
Because, you know, I'm reading this book. I just finished it. It's called The Power of Charm by Brian Tracy.
Charm. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. I was misinterpreting whatever you were saying.
How to be until today, I don't know how to pronounce stoic properly. So I think I'm assuming it's stoic. How to be stoic.
Stoic.
Is it stoic?
I think it's stoic. Yeah.
I never knew how to pronounce.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but is it just me that feels like these are the exact books that I feel Hazik would ever read? The Power of Charm.
No.
How to be stoic. Did you notice this?
Oh my God. Yeah.
And this is exactly what you expect him to read. I'm so happy that you're reading now as
yes.
not hitting how we read.
I'm trying to read it.
I have a suggestion. Please move to other genres and other titles, please.
There's also
be diverse.
I have this book I'm eyeing on. It's called Kemetic. The company is called Indigi Books, and the name of the book is Kemetic Yoga. Looks nice. I don't know what's it about. What it is.
Sounds interesting.
It teaches Tai Chi and yoga.
In a book.
Looks cool.
Looks pretty cool.
Huh?
It's
Oh my
okay
God.
as long as you divert from your previous genre. It's all good.
Yeah. Oh,
Move
now,
away.
yeah, I'm in my philosophy.
Move.
Move away from self-help books.
Yeah.
Farah, any habits you picked up?
During
Maybe
MCO,
that.
I don't know. I was working so hard. So like I'm overworking myself. So like I'm getting less sleep. So this is me surviving life, you know? But then I'm on TikTok now. So like I'm more active on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me coping with life.
The
I
coping
guess.
mechanism.
So, yeah, true.
Also, she's the manager
Surviving
of our
life.
band.
Oh,
Somewhat.
Yeah, but we have nothing to manage right now, so no work.
Okay,
True.
soon.
Soon, inshallah.
Hopefully.
Jimbo, any habits picked up?
I'm working on my battlefield skills, my FIFA
Oh.
skills, if that's a thing. But besides that,
Oh.
yeah, with the time at home, I get a lot more time to dive into YouTube videos where they scrutinize movies, you know. And I love
Oh.
movies, so
I love those.
yeah, I think that's I think that's considered a habit. So in my free time, I always look up like what's the meaning behind Donnie Darko, the innuendos, whatnot of Disney shows,
my.
whatnot. So like, yeah,
Yeah,
so
do
that's a
you
habit
have
I
like
kind of picked up.
do you have like a favorite indie show in your independent movie?
Bro, it's not entirely indie, but I love Transformers the movie, the one in '86. It was a really old movie. It's a cartoon, the animated Transformers.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't say it's indie, but it's the closest thing. Because I love that show, you know. I really loved it.
I get it. Is it a movie or a series?
It's a series. isn't
It's
it?
actually a series. Yeah, the Transformers.
It's the one that young Megatron can turn into a gun, right?
Yeah, big life-size Megatron turns into a small handgun. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think we're
I watched that in Cheria for some reason.
Bro, Cheria's whack, man. You gotta like.
I detested Cheria.
Transformer.
Why Cheria though?
Dude,
I
I
was-
grew up okay, the thing is, everyone's gonna hate me for this. I grew up watching everything except for Nickelodeon for some reason. I was big on this. I was big on cartoon, but I didn't really watch Nickelodeon for some reason.
But do
you
you
watch
watch
SpongeBob?
Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
SpongeBob, man.
I didn't
No,
grow up watching
I did.
I didn't grow up watching
Really?
SpongeBob. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
And
Oh my god.
and his best friends memorizes SpongeBob scripts.
Oh
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah.
Is she talking about herself? Oh my god.
Farah is really into SpongeBob and Family Guy for some reason.
Good. I don't know. I
Yeah.
enjoy cartoons that are like much like that, you know.
Yeah, I would jump onto Family
Very-
Guy, you know.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
I mean, because it's like dark humor, you know.
Yeah.
Adult humor.
I
That's
never got into that, like Family Guy.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like it's a bit weird. But I do like
No.
Seth
Yeah.
MacFarlane.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it because like some people may think that the dark humor that they present might be too excessive. Yeah, but I mean like.
Like for
I mean,
me
what
it's
do you
not
think?
for me it's not that. It's like it's a bit exaggerated. Macam like I watch BoJack Horseman, and that is like probably one of the most depressing shows that you can watch, like cartoons. So I have no problem with dark humor. Tapi it's just like for me, Family Guy is just like excessive. Yeah, probably maybe excessive lah. Excessive and exaggerated.
I feel that Family Guy, you can't really watch it like a series where you binge on like B99 or How I Met Your Mother, Friends, whatsoever. It's more of like a The Office kind of show where you just watch the clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
But I watch all the episodes, so I enjoy
Really?
watching them. Yeah, because like I'm a type of person where when I watch a Netflix movie or anything, I usually most of the time I leave it on and I hear it rather than like watching it. So when I hear these jokes, I'll just like chuckle. So it just makes my day just a bit more better. Like,
Sometimes he doesn't even watch it. Did they letak tu background noise?
White noise.
yeah, literally. Yeah, white noise. Like to humor myself when I'm stressed. Like so when I'm doing work.
I actually used to like really like not really like, but I was actually really interested in Family Guy when I was in high school lah. And you know, I never knew where to actually watch Family Guy, unbeknownst to me that it was actually on Fox. Tapi because I wasn't the type, like I didn't know how to torrent stuff and everything. So the only time I actually got to watch Family Guy was where if I was traveling and we were going to like a far country, and I was on the plane, and like, the first thing I'd search is Family Guy, and I used to enjoy it. Like I used to laugh my butt off in the plane because I thought it was funny, right? But I don't know. I guess it's like when you get it, like now that I have Netflix and you have complete access to it, like I just don't want to watch it anymore. It's sad. But I've been watching Parks and Recs though. That is absolutely hilarious. My favorite show
Parks
now.
and Recs.
You should watch The Office, man. The Office.
I tried.
bomb.
I tried to get into The Office. Kind of hard. I don't know
Season
why.
1 is fucking Season 2 is good.
I think Big Mouth is also a good series.
Big Mouth is good. Big Mouth is hilarious.
It's dark humor, but it educates people in a way.
It's so messed up.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
messed
Like
up.
what goes on?
That show literally has a guy having a relationship with his imaginary pillow, and it gets pregnant.
Oh
And
god.
have babies.
It's just so weird, man.
Pillow babies, man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, pillow babies.
Man, that's concerning.
That indeed is very much concerning. I honestly, like, what goes through these people's minds when they like make these shows, man? I swear to God, dude, it's so weird.
But it's like apparently if I'm not wrong, that show is based on the producers, which is Nick. I'm not sure what his like family name is. Last name is. Yeah.
He's a comedian.
The main character, the main character which he voices for is literally he's just like retelling his life story when he was younger.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
This is basically technically his life journey when he was younger, going through that phase of like puberty and everything. So that Andrew guy is basically his best friend when he was younger. A recreation, like a cartoon of his best friend. Yeah. So when I read it, so when I watch it, it's so interesting because it's so weird.
It's real stories.
At such a young age he goes through this stuff.
Hi. Oh my god, Andrew has done some weird stuff, man. I can't believe that's a real person.
Boy alive.
I guess in
That's a
some
good
ways,
show.
yeah. In some ways, I see the MCU.
Bapak draggy bodoh kita borak pasal show. Azim dah jadi penonton dah kat bawah.
Yeah, Hazim gave his input okay just now. He talked. Hey. I think but like, what's the best word for this? I heard it quite a few times. In interest of time, let's we can talk more, but let's end the podcast abruptly.
That's how you end it.
I think I honestly don't know how long we've been talking, dude. I feel like we started at like 10:30, I think 10:15. It is now 11:44, my friends.
we have to make it a 1 hour episode.
Yeah, it's fine. It can be a 1 hour episode. But like I said, in interest of time, to the viewers or to the listeners, whoever is listening as far as you've gotten within an hour now into our weird conversation, thank you for listening. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to
All the
parents,
fathers out there, all the fathers.
all the fathers, all the mothers,
All the mothers also.
mothers that have been acting like fathers, everyone who has been taking part in taking care of our generation and anyone who has kids. Everyone's been doing their best, and we love you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.